Good deal. Well, guys, I believe my angle is good enough to have gotten all that. This one right here took quite a few retakes to get, and I'm hoping whenever I go to review this on camera that you can see the rotation of the knives. But what I have just done here is a one spin with 18 knives at once. And we're gonna go over here and look at this. As always, I'll show you the sticks close up and personal. I was very fortunate that those two right there in the bottom stuck. And despite my best efforts to get a straight stick on this, I just could not get them to hit straight, so I'm kind of at a sideways angled cluster here, as you can see. I'll be honest, this one right here, I'm not really quite ready to call consistency on it, because even though whenever I have got sticks with drop knives, be a lot of 10 out of 18s, 15 out of 18s, 14 out of 18s. This has been a very challenging trick throw to accomplish and get on camera. I hit it yesterday, just out here goofing around, waiting for my dad to pick up some gas so I can mow this jungle of a yard. Just got here playing around, doing my normal thing, and just more or less stumbled upon a technique to get a full rotation on 18 knives. Now, as always, we're going to get our count to show you that this is 18 knives. I mean, even though I shouldn't have to do this at this point, after posting previous videos of multiple knife throws like this, but, you know, I like being scrutinous about this and making sure that all the details and the facts are straight. Now, this throw, I'm going to assumingly guess it's right around the 13.5 foot mark. These lines that I have spray painted on the ground, that right there is a 16-foot mark. So this board is about where I'm throwing from. It's somewhere around 13.5 to 13 3/4 of a foot, maybe. I would get a tape measure out and measure it, but I'm not going to bother with it. I know for a fact that that line right there is 11 feet even, so you're looking at about 14 to 13.5 foot. Push shot motion throw with a roll of the wrist to get the rotation started. I'm going to find something here so I can set up the camera on. That way we can get a proper count. And if you've watched this video this far, I hope you can tarry around with me just a few more minutes after we get our count, because I got something I want to say and talk to you guys about. So let me get some stuff here so I can pop this camera. Way we can get a more accurate something to set that up on it. Wait, the pipe's a little better on it. One of these days I will invest in a tripod mount for my camera, but alright, that'll work. Ain't gotta be perfect. But anyway, as always, let's give us a little knife caddy to sit down here to stick these in. Alright, we'll get the two obvious luck ones. Right here's one. One barely stuck. We got lucky on that one. So that's two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. And of course, our last knife, for a total of 18 knives, fully rotated from about 13.5 to 14 feet. Now, here's what I have to say. You guys are probably wondering, why do I bother to do these ridiculous trick throws and post them up and record them? To be honest, I'm not trying to send a message. I'm not trying to intimidate anybody. Because there's a lot of speculation as to why I do these things. But here it is wrapped up in a nutshell. What I'm trying to do is just push the limitations and the barriers of what can be done with knives and tomahawks. Because, to be honest, as much as I like throwing single knives and doing target-oriented throws and stuff, you know, like competition knife throwing, I get more joy and entertainment out of doing this than I do that. And what I call this is abstract impalement art, because it really has no guidelines, set rules, regulations. It's just visual art. And it's for your entertainment, for your enjoyment, and to inspire you to more or less step outside the box and try new things and get creative. You don't got to do what I do. I don't expect anybody to do the monkey see, monkey do thing. But all I'm trying to say is, you don't have to go with the flow of the tide of things. You can try things a little different. It doesn't hurt to get out and just play and try new things. Just think outside the box. Have a little creativity. You know, because sometimes you can find yourself getting trapped in a constant, systematic, repetitive cycle and routine to the point to where you really get blue in the face with it. And I'm not trying to knock on that stuff, because they've laid down some groundwork and foundation for knife and tomahawk throwing, and I'll give credit where credit's due. But the main reason for me doing stuff like this, not only to entertain you, so you can have some jaw-dropping moments whenever you log into Facebook, you know, and watch these videos, but it's to inspire you to think outside the box, you know, to try new things. And it's more or less a personal test of oneself when it comes to me, because like I said earlier, I'm trying to push the limit, and push the envelope to see just how far and what can be done and what is possible. I don't know why I'm like that, but I just have to try impossible things. If somebody tells me that it can't be done, I can't help but believe that it can. So it's another thing there to let you know and inspire you to get out of the I can't mentality. You know, anytime you try to say I can't do something or it's impossible, there's no way I'll ever accomplish it, that's where you're failing instantly right there, because when you have that mindset, you will never ever accomplish set goals and standards that you have set for yourself. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks to those that have kept up with my posts and have been watching the O.K.T films. This will probably be my last video for a while, because I've done decided next year come spring, I'm not going to do any trick throws, I'm not going to do any videos. I'm going to take time and focus off of myself to start training people that have an interest here locally in knife and tomahawk throwing. More or less, I just want to give back to those that have supported me here locally, and try to promote this pastime, whether it be abstract impalement or target sport oriented competitive throwing or whatever. But I thank you guys. I love you all to death. Thanks for keeping up and watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Just remember, get out of the I can't mentality. Don't let doubt and the fear of unsuccess, you know, get in the way of what you want to do, because you can do anything that you want to if you just really believe in yourself and put your mind to it. Now I'm out, an outlaw knife thrower. Peace. Have a good one.